In the merry month of June, from me home I started, left the girls of June, nearly broken-hearted, saluted father dear. Kiss me, darling mother, drank a pint of beer, me grief and tears to smother. Then after reap the corn, leave where I was born, cut the stout black thorn to banish ghosts and goblins. A brand new pair of brogues, rattling all the bogs, frightening all the dogs on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hut the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the way to Dublin. Whack for Lolly-Ra. In Mullingar that night I rested, limbs so weary, started by daylight, me spirits bright, and airy took a drop of the pure. Keep me heart from sinking, that's the paddy's cure, whenever he's on for drinking. To see the lassie smile, laughing all the while, at me curious style, would set your heart a bubbling, and asked if I was hired, wages I required, till I was nearly tired of the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hut the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the way to Dublin. Whack for Lolly-Ra. In Dublin next arrived, I thought it such a pity to be so soon deprived of view of that fine city. Well then I took a stroll, all among the quality bundle it was stole, all in a neat locality. Something crossed me mind, when I looked behind, no bundle could I find. Upon me sick a woman inquiring for the road, said me Connacht Road wasn't much in vogue on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hut the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the way to Dublin. Whack for Lolly-Ra. From there I got away, me spirits never failing, landed on the quay just as the ship was sailing. The captain at me roared, sit the door of Paddy. When I jumped aboard, a cabin found for Paddy. Down among the pace, played some bonny reefs, danced some hearty jigs, the water round me bubbled. And when a Polly head, wished myself was dead, or better far instead, on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hut the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the way to Dublin. Whack for Lolly-Ra. When we safely landed, called myself a fool, I could no longer stand it, blood began to boil, temper I was losing, poor old Aaron's Isle, they began abusing. Hurrah me so, says I, to Shillelagh, Isle of Clyde, Galway boys were nigh, and so I was a hobble, and with the loud hooray, joined in the affray, we quickly cleared the way for the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hut the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the way to Dublin. Whack for Lolly-Ra. Hut the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the way to Dublin. Whack for Lolly-Ra. Whack for Lolly-Ra. Whack for Lolly-Ra.
As I was going over the far-famed Kerry Mountains, I met with Captain Farrell, and his money he was counting. I first produced me pistol, and I then produced me rapier. Sing, stand, and deliver, for I am the boldest sabre. Mushering of a new luminary. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the chair.
I counted out his money, it made a pretty penny. I put it in my pocket and I took it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore, she never would deceive me. But the devil take my word for it, it never can be easy.
Mushering of a new luminary. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the chair. I went up to my chamber, all for to take a slumber. I dreamt of gold and jewels, on sure it was no wonder. But Jenny threw me charges, and she filled them up with water, and sent for Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter. Mushering of a new luminary. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the chair.
'Twas early in the morning, before I rose to trouble, up comes a man, a footman, and like was Captain Farrell, who first produced my pistol, for she stole away my rifle. I couldn't shoot no water, so a prisoner I was taken.
Mushering of a new luminary. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the chair. none can aid me, 'tis my brother in the army. If I can find a station in Cork or in Killarney, and if you'll go with me, we'll go roaming through Kilkenny, and I'm sure they'd treat me better than my own sporting Kenny. White ball, daddy-o, white ball, daddy-o, there's whiskey in the chair. There's some take delight in the carriages are rolling, and others take delight in the hurry and the bowling. Well, I take delight in the juice of the barley, and courting pretty fair maids in the morning, bright and early. White ball, daddy-o, white ball, daddy-o, there's whiskey in the chair. White ball, daddy-o, white ball, daddy-o, there's whiskey in the chair. As I went home on a Monday night, as drunk could be, I saw a horse outside the door, where my old horse should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me, who owns that horse outside the door, where my old horse should be? You're drunk, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. That's a lovely sow that me mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I travelled 100 miles or more, but a saddle on a sow, sure I never saw before. And as I went home on a Tuesday night, as drunk could be, I saw a coat behind the door, where my old coat should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me, who owns that coat behind the door, where my old coat should be? You're drunk, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. That's a woolen blanket that me mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I travelled 100 miles or more, but buttons in a blanket, sure I never saw before. And as I went home on a Wednesday night, as drunk could be, I saw a pipe upon the chair, where my old pipe should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me, who owns that pipe upon the chair, where my old pipe should be? You're drunk, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. That's a lovely tin whistle that me mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I travelled 100 miles or more, but tobacco in a tin whistle, sure I never saw before. And as I went home on a Thursday night, as drunk could be, I saw two boots beneath the bed, where my old boots should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me, who owns them boots beneath the bed, where my old boots should be? You're drunk, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. They're two lovely geranium pots me mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I travelled 100 miles or more, but laces in geranium pots I never saw before. And as I went home on a Friday night, as drunk could be, I saw a head inside the bed, where my old head should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me, who owns that head with you in the bed, where my old head should be? You're drunk, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. That's a baby boy that me mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I travelled 100 miles or more, but a baby boy with his whiskers on I never saw before.
Well, he hasn't much to say, but wake the gods, it's true. to rise on these 100 years that pass me by, and the blood with the river flows through the crimson field never sung, and no never